Hello everyone, I'm khoirun Nida from the Information Systems Study Program. Here I will explain about the e-government framework. E-government is an idea raised by former U.S. Vice President Al Gore, within his vision of linking the citizen to the various agencies of government for getting all kinds of government services in an automated and automatic way, in addition to the completion of the government working itself depending on information and communication networks to reduce costs, improve performance, speed of delivery, and effectiveness of implementation. E-government program seeks to achieve greater efficiency in government performance through raising the performance of services for beneficiaries and investors from all segments of society easily and accurately and efficiently, to become a new type of performance of official governmental and governmental transactions. Online interactive services may include such facilities as petitioning, rate paying, licensing, or information queries. There continues to be a diversity of implementation quality and levels for such services. Middleton, 2007. To achieve this requires utilizing the latest means of technology, communications, and follow-up to the rapid global developments and look at the reasons for the failure and the success of a general framework for e-government, definition maturity challenges, opportunities, and success government programs, and to encourage the use of technology and increase the number of users of computers and internet tools effectively, and these points what this paper tries to concentrate on. What is e-government? For one to understand the idea of e-government, must first understand government in general. Government is actually a dynamic mixture of goals, structures, and functions. Pardo, 2000. E-government is more than a website, email, or processing transactions via the internet. E-government becomes a natural extension of the technological revolution that has accompanied the knowledge society. The e-government added new concepts such as transparency, accountability, citizen participation in the evaluation of government performance. Muhammad, 2009. Definicai e-government definition. Similar to other modern concepts, e-government has many definitions among researchers and experts. However, the majority of them concur that e-government is the use of information communication technologies by the government to provide businesses and citizens with the ability to interact and transact business with the government through various electronic media, including smart cards, touchpad phones, fax machines, self-service kiosks, email/internet, and electronic document interchange. It is about the internal organization of government, including its frameworks, policies, and procedures that are designed to carry out service delivery and to coordinate, integrate, and communicate internal activities. The United Nations website provided an additional definition of e-government, stating that it is the utilization of information and communication technologies, ICT, like wide area networks.
The worldwide growth and success of e-commerce in the private sector has provided substantial stimulus to the use of the web technology in the public sector for social and non-for-profit applications. As a result, there has been a steady increase in research activity, both empirical and conceptual, in e-government in the last few years. The literature on e-government identifies several political and economic values, including efficiency, effectiveness, accountability, democratic responsiveness, equity, etc. The discussion of these values in the literature seems to imply contextual isomorphism, that is, such e-government values are equally important to an e-government initiative regardless of its context. Yet, in reality, e-government initiatives are undertaken in many asymmetric economic, political, cultural, and technological environments. Important though they are to the effectiveness of these initiatives, contextual factors are not meant here to be deterministic. To be more realistic and effective, e-government initiatives must take into account the diversity of government systems, cultures, economic conditions, technological infrastructures, and sociopolitical factors, which collectively represent the context within which e-government initiatives are undertaken. The success of e-government initiatives, we argue, depends to a large extent on the match or compatibility between the stated goals, economic, political, etc., and this context. Such a context, if ignored, could mean that an e-government initiative's goals are not attainable within their given context, a situation that might lead to failure of the initiative achieving its stated political goals as well as its economic objectives. Thus, setting the goals for e-government initiatives should take into consideration whether the context is capable of supporting such goals. Perhaps an example that signifies the importance of context to the success or failure of achieving a goal is the failure of transplanted liberal democracy to survive in a number of developing countries.
E-government framework objectives. The main objective of the e-government framework is to increase bureaucratic efficiency, increase government openness and accountability, and provide better public services to the community. This framework helps establish a solid foundation for the development of e-government systems. E-government is an initiative related to the efforts of all government agencies to work together in daily work by utilizing communication and information technology so that they can provide services. Trusted electronic services and information for every member of society and the business world. The initial step in e-government is a process that continues in order to improve the performance of government employees and deliver efficient services to the general public. That must be acknowledged. In other words, efficiency is highly dependent on time and technology. Although today's e-government is very efficient, it is not very efficient in some areas. Next year, due to the growth and demand of ICT stakeholders, the goal of e-government development is to progress administering government or utilizing electronic media. Improve the quality of public services. Due to ongoing e-government developments, system and work process reforms must be implemented in society. The government uses information technology. E-government, or electronic government, is a concept that integrates information and communication technology, ICT, in government administration to increase efficiency, transparency, and public participation. The e-government framework is a conceptual and technical foundation that supports e-government implementation. With this framework, the government can plan, develop, and manage e-government initiatives in a structured and measurable manner. E-government involves the application of ICT to improve government administration and public services. The main objectives are to increase accessibility, increase bureaucratic efficiency, and strengthen citizen participation in decision-making. The e-government framework provides systematic guidance to achieve these goals. Benefits of e-government frameworks. Bureaucratic efficiency. Faster and more efficient administration process. Workload reduction through automation of routine tasks. Transparency. Accessibility of information for the public. Government accountability through easy tracking and reporting. Improving the quality of public services. Faster and more responsive service. Community involvement in service design and evaluation. Increased community participation. Citizens can be more actively involved in decision-making. Strengthening ties between government and society. Economic development. Encourage technological and business innovation. Increasing regional competitiveness through superior service. Examples of successful implementation of e-government can be found in various countries such as Singapore, Estonia, and South Korea. They succeeded in creating an environment where e-government has become the main pillar of government administration. Examples of successful implementation of e-government can be found in various countries such as Singapore, Estonia, and South Korea. They succeeded in creating an environment where e-government has become the main pillar of government administration. E-government is increasingly becoming an important public service tool of many governmental departments around the world. The promise of significant efficiencies in the provision of governmental services, reduction in paperwork and cycle times, and more satisfied citizenship has fueled the growth and widespread interest in e-government applications. The worldwide growth and success of e-commerce in the private sector has provided substantial stimulus to the use of the web technology in the public sector for social and non-for-profit applications. Security, the need for strong security policies to protect data and information. Access limitations, challenges related to people's access to technology. Change management, the process of adapting to changes in organizational culture and societal behavior. By understanding and implementing the e-government framework, The government can design sustainable solutions to improve public services and have a positive impact on government governance. This is an important step in facing the demands and dynamics of the digital era. E-government framework refers to the framework used in the implementation and development of electronic government systems. E-government, or electronic government, is a concept where information and communication technology, ICT, is used to increase efficiency, transparency, and responsiveness in the delivery of public services and government management. The following are several important points that need to be understood in the context of the e-government framework. Definition of e-government. E-government includes the use of information technology to support and improve government processes. This involves providing public services electronically, developing adequate technological infrastructure, as well as system integration to improve interagency coordination,